Flosstube, my name's Debbie. I'm MamaBearStitchery here on YouTube and on Instagram, and this is a channel all about cross stitch. And this is video number 14. This is about a 2-month update. I usually try and record every month, but pandemic fatigue was real. In California, we hit the year mark of pretty much everything being locked down, and I just needed a break. The end of February was a busy month too. We had lots of birthdays. Maya was 10, Dexter was 9, and Lena was 8. So the end of the month was just a busy little time, but I'm back today, and because of that I have a lot of cross stitch to show you. So will we start with finishes? First off, I should probably say I felt, because it was such a stressful time, I kind of fell off the NoNewStarts bandwagon, and I started and finished something. And I know we're allowed one free start, but with Expo, all the stuff coming out for Expo and all the stuff I've accumulated, I'm kind of like, no, it's just been a hard year. They'll make it tougher by not starting things, because I have been finishing. So, but yeah, I'm out. But let me show you what I actually broke and started, and it's nothing really big, but it's cute. This is the Red Bird sampler by Heart in Hand, and I started and finished this. And it didn't take long at all, but it was kind of nice to just pick up, stitch all in one colour. And this is stitched on 40 count mallow using Classic Colourworks Ribbon Red. And I left the little button off because I didn't know how I was going to finish it, but there's a little love heart button that's to go about here somewhere. But I just made it another one of those little star things. But this was a nice cute little start, and I actually ordered the blue bird that kind of matches this one because I want to make little pillows. I'm inspired by Michelle McGraw and all her little dough bowl pillows, and so now I'm on the lookout for a dough bowl or any other kind of bowl and learn how to make all the tiny little pillows. So that was a finish. My next finish, or it wasn't my next finish, but it was finished at some point, and it is Autumn Dream by Cottage Garden Samplings, and I'll insert where I was before. And I finished this one, and this is actually a WIPGO project, and if you haven't heard of WIPGO, it is Jessie Marie does stuff on Flosstube. It's her brainchild, and it's a bingo board. You fill it in with your projects how you want, and every month 2 numbers are called, and you work on them for however long you want, or however much you want, and you set your goals, you set your rewards. She just picks the numbers. This was one of my WIPGO projects, and my goal was to finish it like everything on my WIPGO board. And this is deceptively a lot of stitching in these birds. I thought this will be a nice quick finish, and it just went on and on and on, but I finished it. And I stitched him all in DMC. Apart from the orange, I used, I started off using Burnt Orange by Gentle Arts, but I soon ran out because it's a lot more stitches than I thought. And I ordered a second skein of it, and it came and it was really brown. And I started using it just in here and started in the little flowers with it. And then the second skein was really brown. So I found, what's it called? Bittersweet by Gentle Arts was a close match to my original skein, and that's actually what the entire pumpkin is stitched in. And I started mixing it in with the other skein of Burnt Orange in here. But I love this one. I love the colours. And this one is stitched on 36 count Tiramisu by Under the Sea Fabrics. That's that one. Okay, next up, a bit brighter. This one is called Trick or Treat, and it's by Lena, Lawson, Needlearts, and I'll put where I was before. And again, this was a WIPGO project, and I finished him. I love it. It's almost like it's all DMC, but in typical fashion for Lena Lawson, they use a lot of blends, but I love the effect that it gives, and it almost looks like his head is glowing. And I thought this was on Hocus Pocus by Hand Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie, but I just found the other half of this fabric today in my box, and it is 28 count Lugana in the colour Highland Heather, hand dyed fabrics by Stephanie. But he was a lot of work and a lot of backstitch, but he is done. And that's another check one off my WIPGO board. Okay, next, I told you I have a lot, I worked on a lot. I haven't seen you, but I worked on a lot. Next is Brookes Books Advent Animals, and I actually finished 2 of the animals in the last 2 months. And I finished the reindeer and the owl. And before, my before picture, I just had the frames stitched, like I have for all of them. I just have the frames done and I just fill them in. These are nice cute little projects to just pick up because they're nice quick stitches, usually about 2, maybe 3 days for each little animal. But yeah, you can see I just did the reindeer and the owl, and these are all going to be individual ornaments eventually, but I just don't know exactly how to finish them yet. So I have these 6 and I have the donkey done, and these are a freebie on Brookes' blog, and I'll link everything that I can, I will link down below. But yeah, cute little download. Okay, my last finish that I have, I actually just finished yesterday. That's why I waited to record the video, because I wanted to get this project done. And it is Pop-Up Stores 2 by Soda Stitch, and I'm just doing the little coffee shop. And here's where I was before. And like I said, I finished this yesterday, because this was my last WIPGO project for March. And this is basically a little full coverage all in itself. I have shaky hands. This is a full coverage all in itself. And this is on 32 count grey Petit Point by Zweigart. It's cute. It's going to go in my kitchen beside other coffee themed cross stitch that I have in there. Okay, that's all my finishes. Okay, other projects that I also worked on, that wasn't it. Other things that I worked on, All Souls Vierlanden by Quiltfy Designs. And here is where I was before. And here is where I am now. Do you see I reached this bottom left corner, and it is a square design. So I just gotta fill this one in. And this is stitched on, I don't know if you can see the colour. This is stitched on 40 count Selkie by Under the Sea Fabrics, and I'm using the Gast Thread Lagoon. And I love this one. It's sometimes it's so nice to pick up a project that's just one colour and just stitch. It's just easy stitching. The only thing with this chart is some of like these big rosette motifs will be spread over 4 pages. So it's just making sure that they all line up. That's the only thing stressful about this pattern, is making sure that the page crossovers like match and you're stitching the right thing. But that's that one. And that's on my WIPGO board, so I'm hoping that'll be called soon. So I really want to focus on that one when I have the time. Next is Alice Meets the Caterpillar by Gera. And here is where I am. Let's see, we'll put something behind it. There we go. And this one came out quite a lot. I use this one quite a lot, Challenges in Magical Stitches. And this is by Gera, and you can get this as a PDF from Creative Poppy. It's available as a PDF download. And I'm stitching this one on a piece of witch elk linen. I think it's called Dirty Linen. I actually bought it for another WIP that I'm going to show you in a minute, Gathering Eggs. But it doesn't look like what the called for was meant to be, so but it matched perfectly with this one. I love the bright colours. And this one's all DMC. Next up is Gathering Eggs by Mirabilia. And here's where I was. And here's where I am now. And this is one of the ones that's deceptive by the cover photo. It's a lot brighter than it makes it look, and it's all DMC so far. I don't think this one has any specialty threads in it. It's just all DMC. yeah, so I love this one, especially around now. It's about to be Easter time. That's that one. And that's on 32 count raw. I bought from Joann's when they were selling cross stitch fabric. My Joann's has very, very little cross stitch. Threads about it is all they have, and bobbins. Next is my oldest whip, and it is Bird Table, and it's an Anchor Premier kit. And I pulled this one out this month. Magical Stitches this year, your penalty stitches, you have to work on your oldest whip rather than doing double the amount of stitches, and so that's the only reason this one was pulled out. And I enjoy stitching on it at the time, but it's definitely not one I would normally pull out, so that's why I quite like those challenges that you have to work on your oldest whip. But I worked on just down by the post, and that's that one. So I'll probably pick that one back out again for some challenges, which I also had a break from too, and I need to tell myself it's okay that if you miss a week of challenges, that it's fine, that you don't just quit. It's okay to pick it back up, because I keep thinking, oh well, I've missed a week now, should I just keep going? And yeah, because it does give me the motivation to keep working on things and pushing towards a finish. My next project is Hippo Reflection. It's an artisy chart, and I still haven't finished this page since last time. So here's where I was before, and I was actually working on this one this morning. And this bit's hard to see. There's a lot of light colours in this page, so I'm hoping it's going to all come together, like as the darker colours fill in around it. But I should be finished this page in the next day or two. And I'm actually going to keep on working on this one until I can start working on my April WIPGO projects. So I should have the page finished by then. But the thing is, focusing on the other WIPGO projects and pushing for a finish, I feel like my full coverage stitching has been put on the back burner. So I'm going to try and be better with that for April. And so that was the last thing that I worked on. And speaking of, Hippo Reflection is on 25 count 1/1 full cross. And so yeah, I'm going to work on that till I can pick up my WIPGO pieces for April, because we just got our numbers the other day. And I'll show you my two projects. I think it was 3 and 21 that was called. And on my board, that was Harvestkeeper by Plum Street Samplers. And here is where I am. I have a tiny little start on her, and she's so tiny. This is on 36 count Wren by Picture This Plus, and I'm stitching this 1/2 in a mixture of the called for and just stash flosses. I'm mixing in some colouring cottons in there to use some of those up. My second project for WIPGO for April is Little Red Riding Hood by the Prairie Schooler, and I have the centre block done, and I'm just stitching this all in the called for DMC on 32 count even weave. So hopefully both of those should be a finish in April. If I don't get distracted, I put a bunch of expo orders in from Top Knot Stitcher and Gera Stitchery, and they are all on their way to me now. So hopefully I don't get distracted with new starts, but my plan is work on my WIPGO projects, maybe have 1 or 2 expo starts, and I need to come up with a definitive plan for Mania. My original idea was to start, since I've fallen off the NoNewStarts wagon, was to start a bunch of little pillows, but I don't want to do all that many starts. So right now I'm toying with the idea of doing Monogamania, just pick one new start but work on it every single day. Leaning towards a long dog that I just got, San Susie. I'm not sure yet. Next month I will have a plan for you, but in the meantime let me show you what else I got in the last 2 months. So we're on the haul section, and next time I'll show you expo orders, but this came in this month or the month before, so that's why it seems like quite a lot. Well, that's what I'm telling myself anyway. It's because it's 2 months worth of stuff. Okay, so my first order that came in was from Kitten Stitcher at Kitten Stitcher. And I bought, because I saw her finish on her Flosstube, the Anne Grimshaw 1818 Ackworth Quaker School Sampler, and her finish was fantastic off this. So when this came back in stock, my friend Sherry and I both grabbed this sampler and I can't wait to start it. I think I'm going to order some London Fog from Under the Sea Fabrics. It's a nice light grey, and I'll show you. I ordered some thread from Silks For You Too that also came here really fast from Australia, and this is PR 124, and that's Silks For You, and I've wanted this thread forever and it's always been out of stock. Let's see, something neutral to put on. There we go. And it is a really dark teal and it goes to the purples, and every time it comes in I debate, I don't know what to use it for, and by the time I think, right, I'll just buy it, it's sold out. So when it appeared, this was perfect. So yeah, this chart, this thread, silk on a really pale grey that I'm going to order. And that chart couldn't travel alone from Kitten Stitcher, so I picked up Jenny Bean's Halloween Sampler. Oh, can you see? Love that one. And that's for Silks For You. On Etsy, there is a shop called Hollis Hands Crate. Fantastic service, ships out super fast, and I will definitely use them again. I bought Cardinal Points by Long Dog Sampler, and I think I'm going to stitch this one all in DMC and just find a conversion online for that. Yeah, love that one. I've been seeing a lot of finishes on Instagram, so I went and snapped that up, and she has more in her shop. Next up, I got some nice goodies from Under the Sea Fabrics. I ordered the last mirror. This is Mermaid Perfume. That tail is fantastic. I'm not starting it just yet. At the end of each year, Leslie Under the Sea Fabrics, you can buy some of the fabric of the months. They all go up for sale. So if you're not in the club, you can pick some of the colors and order them. So that's what I am in fabric of the month, but I ordered some extras at the end of the year, and so they came in January. And this is 40 count stone washed. Let me open it up. There, that's exactly it. Nice blue. And this is 40 count. And the other piece I ordered from the fabric of the month sale at the end of the year is this 40 count Spellbound. It's perfect grey. And actually, I need to check and see if, like, maybe if it's not too dark, maybe this would work. Oh, actually, it's not the right size. I need bigger, I need a fat half. Never mind, but it's a good colour. Also, a sale from Under the Sea Fabrics. I ordered 40 count Autumn. There we go. This is one of my favourite neutrals from Under the Sea. Love this one. And also, fabric of the month. Let me get a good square to show you. This is 32 count Lugana in the colour Terra. See, it's like a turquoisey brown colour. It makes these bits look more prominent than they actually are, but this aqua's really good. Another piece of fabric I got from Bee Stitch Me was 32 count Lugana Opal, and this is called Spectrum, and it's kind of like a rainbow. I don't know what I'm going to use it for, but I kept seeing it pop up. People were using this fabric, and yeah, I'm sure something perfect will come up for that. It's happy and bright and spring-like. My next thing, we're getting near the end. We're speeding through this. They're stuck together. I saw Janine from Blue Flower posted up this Needleminder shop before, and I've ordered multiple times from them now. And it's Quail Valley Creations. They're on Etsy. So I got a little avocado and a donut. And these are wooden, really strong needle minders. You get the little bit on the back, the little jewel. And my other one was an owl. And this needle minder is specifically to match a kit that I got. It's from a Russian shop on Etsy. I can't remember the name, but I'll link it below. I remember it's like MRK. I'll link it below. And no fault of them, they shipped it out super fast after I ordered it, but it floated around the US postal system for like a while, but it eventually got here. And let's see if I can do it without shining. So it's all packed up nicely, and it is just called Owl, but this is beautiful, and it comes with all the threads and the black Ada, which I'll probably switch out for, maybe switch out for even weave. I have some 28 count black even weave in my stash. But yeah, I love this and can't wait to start him. Okay, that's all I've got for you this month. I hope you enjoyed the projects. There was a lot to see. Hopefully I didn't go too fast. If there's any questions you have about any of them, or if I've missed anything, which is likely, just leave me a message below and I'll get back to you. I will put all the details that I can in the box below, any links, any shops, any products, all linked below. I will see you next month. I'll have all my exporters by then, maybe a few starts, hopefully a few finishes, and I will hopefully have finished finalising my mania plans. I actually can't wait to see when everybody starts posting all the nice things that they're going to start. It's always exciting. And yeah, so I hope you're all doing well. Going into spring, everything's going to be new and fresh, and that's kind of the attitude that I'm going to go forward with, and we'll get through this. And that's all I have. I'll see you next month. Bye.